welcome to SoCal Surf with Dan Nappy. It has been 2 days since we did a little report, and yesterday was really good, smooth, no wind, glassy still, perfect conditions. Water was warm. The air temperature was probably, in the morning, you're probably looking at 60 to 70 degrees, but in the afternoon, it got up to 80, 90 degrees, which is very rare for the beach, but that's because the airflow is coming from the land onto the water, which they call an offshore breeze, and that brings the warmer air from inland. As it starts to shift and bring the air off the ocean, then it cools down, which is supposed to be what's going to happen tomorrow. We shall see. Well, so Wednesday and Thursday. Wednesday, again, I don't think I did very well on Wednesday. Caught a few waves, but the tide was so high that the waves would build and then they would just disappear. And so you couldn't catch a lot of them. You had to wait for the right size to come through, which we did. So we got a few. But today was a lot better. The tide is out a little further, and so a little bit longer for it to come in. And so we got a lot of waves right off the bat early when the tide was lower. Caught a lot of good waves. I caught one with a friend. I didn't know he was behind me. I caught it, went left, and I'm doing my thing up and down the wave. And then some guy was in the way of the wave, so I had to do a harder turn, a backside turn. And as I did, I heard a yell from behind me, and I turned, and it was Mark. And so I had to peel back the other way and come out of the wave. But I didn't know he was there the whole time. He was behind me. And I was just, doing some mild up and downs because you couldn't turn real hard because the waves were still a little mushy. But got a good one, and I also got a good right. But I shouldn't say it was a good right. It was a rare right. They were mostly left, still coming out of the south. And so I got a right, and I went, took off, bottom turn. As I did, it kind of faded. So I was trying to work hard to stay in the wave, and I was trying to cut back into the white section to build up a little speed and then head towards the shoulder again. I rode that thing all the way into the shore, but it was kind of just survival more than surfing, so it wasn't that good. Then I got another good one on the left, which I took all the way to the sand. Now, the drawback to that is you got to paddle all the way back out, which is hard. But I have a sore on my arm from the wetsuit. For some reason, the shoulder digs into just by my armpit, and it really hurts. So it's hard to paddle. So I got to do something about that. So that was today. Yesterday, again, it was weak. But the interesting thing that happened yesterday is there was all these fish, little fish, not just the tiny ones, but a few bigger ones. All of a sudden, kept jumping out of the water in big schools. And then they'd jump out, and they'd be gone. Then they'd jump out again. They were doing that all over the place. And so I was just wondering what was underneath the water there that was causing these fish to jump out, to want to get out of the ocean so frantically. You don't want to think about that too long. One guy said it was a mackerel or something down there trying to eat them. So I don't know. I didn't see any. All I saw were the little ones jumping out of the water everywhere. I mean, there's like 100 of them just jumping out of the water. One guy was right in the center of it. I mean, the fish were jumping all around him, and he was like, whoa, what's going on? Pretty interesting. So that was yesterday. Today, I didn't see any wildlife, but other than the normal birds. But the water was very glassy. No wind, very nice conditions. The temperature had to be 70, 75. Sun was out early, so the sun was shining on us early, so we were pretty warm in our wetsuits. I mean, there was people out there without wetsuits, and I didn't see a problem with that. I don't do it, but I could. But it was pretty good. But the swell was still coming out of the south, which is unusual for this time of the year. It's supposed to be coming out of the north. We're supposed to be getting some storms out of the Gulf of Alaska and up north. I don't know what's going on up there, Alice. We need to get some storms going up there and send them down here so we can get some little bigger surf, which is going to happen tomorrow. It's supposed to be bigger, but I can't remember what direction it's going to be from. But this time of the year, usually they come out of the north. So out of the Alaska, whatever they call that, the ocean up there. I don't know, Bering Sea or something. I don't know. Anyway, the surf was good today. Didn't have to negotiate any giant waves to tear me up, so had to do a few duck dives. When you get a ride all the way in, you got to paddle out, and usually you got to duck dive quite a few waves to get back out. But if you wait, there was a lot of lows where there was absolutely no surf, and you could paddle pretty much without having to dodge the waves. But again, my problem is my arm is there's a big red mark on it now. I've got to figure out what to do to prevent that from happening anymore. So Maybe get a rash guard or put some bandage on it or something. I'll figure that out tomorrow because it's getting so red and raw now I can barely paddle without pain. But at my age, there's always pain. Except I went to the dentist a few days ago and he gave me some painkillers, which was awesome because nothing hurt for a couple of days. And then as those wear off, everything comes back. So that's life. Life as an old man. All right, well, we're going to check out here today. 2-day surf, I called it, because we surfed for 2 days, but I didn't do a podcast because yesterday wasn't that exciting. But today was a lot of fun. And so had a lot of people there that we knew, Eric, Mark, Christian, Craig, me, and a lot of other people we didn't know. The high school was there, so it was a little crowded early. But it got better as the day went on. But then the high tide kind of rolled in and kind of killed it. Only the larger sets would break and the small ones would just roll past you. And that's what happened most yesterday. I'd be paddling for a wave and just disappear. So much better today. All right, that's all. I will check in with you tomorrow. Hopefully the weather's going to hold. It's been such a beautiful couple of weeks down here. Just unbelievable. So thanks for listening. I'll catch you tomorrow if it's great. If it's not great, I'm not going to report average. It's just so average when you report average. Need something exciting. Need some good rides. Thanks for listening. Check out our sponsors, nappyclothing.com, Swing Easy Hammocks, Merch Hero, and our big one, Task Bullet. That's the one that's paying the bills right there. Look them up. They'll help you out on everything you need. Thanks for listening. See you later. Bye.